Hello, party people. Hello. Oh, look at this hair. Hello, party people. Happy Tuesday. It is Randee with Thunderhorse Descendant. I am here on the Dress It Up Buttons channel today. I'm super excited because I have a little fall decorative box for you that we're going to make today with the Nature Walk assortment. So I'm super excited about that. Oh, hi, I see people logging on. Hello, people logging on. There's Jennifer. When you log on, make sure to drop me a comment or give me a thumbs up so I know you're here and I know you can see me and all that good business. We are in my porch today, so it may be a little bit echoey, so I apologize for that. Hi, Rosanna. But, you guys, I'm super excited. Let me show you the project. Now, this one is not quite done yet. I kind of did some stages because I didn't want us to have to literally wait for paint to dry. But this is the little box that we're going to make. And it's super cute. It's got a little button on the top. And it's just a little decorative box, but here's the dealio. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. Hi, Arizona! All the way from Arizona, Susie says. So this is the little box that we're going to make. We're going to then, after we get this all made up, which I'm going to show you how to do, we're going to use our Nature Walk assortment of Dress It Up buttons. And then I also have some little micro mini, I don't know if you guys can see this, little tiny micro minis. And we are going to get these ready to go onto our box. So let me get you down to the table so we can take a look-see at everything. Get this party started. Hi, Bonnie. I gotta flip this around and then go like that. Nope, like that. All right, let me see if I can get myself situated here. Up here in the porch, I got a different tripod, so bear with me a second. Get this straightened out here. Okay, here I am. So let's take a look first at our buttons. So this is the Nature Walk assortment, and the reason I wanted to use these, you guys, is because look, it's got gnomes. Are these not the cutest things you've ever seen in your life? There's three, I think. 3 gnomes. Where's the other gnome? Here they are. They're spectacular. Is this your new tripod? No, Rosanna, the tripod saga continues. This is not the new one. This is the, I don't even know what, this is the one with the lights on it. I kind of wanted it to be a little more over. Okay, and then also, oh, I guess we're going to get some natural sunlight all of a sudden here in Minnesota. How's that going to work? All right. All right, natural sunlight. What are you trying to do to me here? So, you guys, what is happening? My little gnomes, but they're cute. I might have to do some re-situation here because this is being problematic with the sun. But anyways, this is our Nature Walk. I'm super excited about it. It's got all kinds of good stuff in here. Owls and some little birds. Oh yeah, you only get a little bit of natural sunlight here in the Minnesota. So anyways, we got some bees, some ladybugs, and all these are going to go on our box. So also they have sent the micro mini assortment. These are little tiny. Look how little tiny they are. And they're all orange in different colors. And so we're going to put those on our leaves. So let me show you the box. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So this is The little box I painted. So don't worry. It's fairly pretty easy to do. Here's the fun part about this project. Most of the things on this project, minus of course the dress it up buttons, all of these items came from the Dollar Tree. So this little box, it comes like this at the Dollar Tree. Okay? This, you can get this in your little Dollar Tree craft aisle. Okay? Paints, I just have your like regular, just apple barrel paints. These come out to be like $1 a piece. You can get a little pack of them at Walmart if you want. So whatever paints you want to use. Hi, BK. Hello. And then, what else are we using? Oh, we're going to use the tools of the trade. So we are going to use this little paint guy, Dollar Tree. All these paintbrushes, Dollar Tree. Glue sticks, Dollar Tree. I do have this rubber stamp. We're going to use that. This rubber stamp actually is, I got it at the thrift store, but you could use any rubber stamp. That's what makes this up here on the top. And this right here. We are going to be using these little felt letters that are stickers that I got at the Dollar Tree as well. And we're going to write fall on our box right here before we glue on our embellishments. It's going to be super fun. So let's get this party started. Also, I'm going to be using, for the top to put the button in, I'm going to be using this little dowel, which I got at the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree RS, hashtag not sponsored. All right, here we go. So first things you're going to do is you're going to start out with this box. Now, I'm hoping that this whole sunshine situation is not going to be a problem because I got my whole desk set up right here for this. And I don't know. So, paint colors to start out with, we are going to use black and blue. Whoa, I just hit my tripod. La da da da. All right. So the only thing about this project that is actually kind of like wonky is that when you're doing your box, you got to make sure your top is going to match up with your bottom. So let me pull this off so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the one we're going to do. I'm not going to make you guys sit through this whole thing. I'm going to do this one. And then, but while that's drying, then we can pop onto this box and we can start gluing on the embellishments. I just want to show you that it's not actually that hard. So when you pull the top off, you just got to make sure that you line your trees up, right, when you're painting. So when you put the top back on, they line up. See? Easy peasy. So to start that tree scenario, what we need to do is super easy. You just get your big brush and you go with your black paint. Just black. Just black paint. I hope y'all been beading or crafting or something fun. Yeah. What are you doing? You're doing work. Yeah. Okay, so this is all we do. Now, if you want to do, I would suggest doing the background of your box, all your box, at the same time so it can dry. So the thing about painting is that you got to do kind of in increments. So I'm going to do this black as well on the top. But this is why I have these 3 boxes going so that we don't have to wait for all that, you know. I'm trying to be prepared. So, there's the first one. So then, ever so slightly, so that we don't get paint all over us. What is that? We're just going to go and we're going to mix a little bit of this black with a little bit of dark blue. Not too much here, just a little. And we don't want a whole lot of black right here, but the purpose of this is the box is like, this is the darkest. It gets lighter as it goes around until it's actually white. So then I'll go with the blue. And then I got to get a little white out here. Whoa, that's too much. Definitely more than a smidge. Okay, Minnesota Sun, get yourself together. Get yourself together. I was thinking, oh yeah, we'll do it in the porch because it'll just be great light. That's how it usually happens to me though. Hey. Maybe it just looks weird on my camera. You guys have to tell me if it looks weird when the sun is out. I made a couple of stretch bracelets so far today. Wonderful. I have not made any stretch bracelets. No stretch bracelets for me. Okay, so I just paint this box. La-ti-da. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be painting over the top of it for the most part with our little leaves anyways. But you just want it to be a little bit cohesive. Good afternoon. Alrighty. So, see right here, I kind of want it to like, you know, kind of go together a little bit. And then just kind of touch that up a little bit. So there is our box, and then we also have to do the same to the top. So again, we start with the dark blue. I am working at my husband's taxidermy shop. Oh, how's that going? Add a little white to this so it's a little lighter. And then all kind of white as it goes around. La da da da. All right, and then we'll let that dry. So that's all you do for, now we have a train, you guys. Life's crazy town over here. So that's all we do for the background. So here's one that I have already done up for us that's dry. I get to watch you, so it's good. That's good. Kelly's busy taking photos of some new products. Wonderful. Okay, so this is one that I already got done for us. As you can see, it's not perfect. Doesn't have to be. For the most part, we're going to start covering this up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to turn it into this. Okay? So this is actually pretty good. If you have all the supplies, it's really not that hard to do. I work from my husband's garage door company. Oh. And this is what we're going to start out with. So we're going to start out by doing the trees. So for this, I'm going to get my little palette. And I'm going to use brown. Nutmeg, I guess. Nutmeg, I guess. Just need a little bit of brown. And I'm going to use one of these smaller, like, little pointy brushes. I gotta get this one out of my way. And so what we're going to do here when you're painting is I'm just kind of making little outlines of where the trees are going to be. So these are the background trees, the brown ones, okay? The brown ones are the background trees. So we're just going to make them kind of small. Got a little chunky chunk on my brush. Get out of here, chunky chunk. And I'm going to do about 9 of these. As you can see, I'm just making lines just to show myself where they're going to be at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm putting them up here. I'm going to leave this about an inch of space. And here is where I'm going to kind of put the outline of my big trees. And then I'm going to put one kind of sideways, like trees fall down, stuff happens, you know. Like I said, this is not really that important because you're going to go crazy with your leaves and then we're going to glue buttons on it. So this is like whatevs, right? Okay. So we don't need any foreground trees in our top because those are not going to be up there. We're going to get that situated once we get this going on. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take some white paint. And I'm going to get this kind of like a little square brush. Let's see. I feel like I can't see anything because of this light. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little water on my brush because the water is going to water down your paint a little bit. Because I don't want to go just crazy town with my white because obviously this is really going to stick out on there. And so these bigger brown ones are kind of my outline of my white trees. So I'm just going to make, I don't want to bring them too far down though. I'm just going to make some trees right here. And this one is kind of the one that falls over. If you wanted to do this, you want to be faster, you could get your heat tools out and do the little blow dry thing. Completely up to you. So now here on these little brown ones, I'm just going to, on one side, do a little bit of stuff. Just a little highlight. And then I just drag it down with my finger. And like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect because trees are not perfect. Okay. So this is how we get to this. Happy trees, happy little trees, according to Bob Ross. It's my problem. Sometimes I watch Bob Ross and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a painter. I'm like, yeah, I'm a painter, it's fine. So now we gotta let these just dry up a little smidge. While they're drying up, I'm gonna get the top. I'm going to kind of line it up here. I mean, you can put it on. It's not going to hurt it. They're pretty much dry. Acrylic paint dries pretty fast. So I put my top on. I'm going to go again with my white paint. And I'm just going to, where these trees are coming up, I'm going to go all the way to the top. Just so I know where they're supposed to be. Right? That was a little bit watery. We better go some more. Just so they line up. Oh, clearly mine are not lined up very good. Now that I'm looking at it in here. That's okay. We'll fix it. Now here's the fun part. This is the fun part. You get your stippling brush. This is the one they sell us at Dollar Tree. This is the one you use on the stencils. Okay? So, I like to use something big like this. This is a Chinese takeout thing. So I can just be all in there using all the stuff. And I got this paint at the Dollar Tree just to see if it would work, if it was okay. And it is. It works. So you can also get this orange paint at the Dollar Tree. So we're going to get all our fall colors out. Orange, yellow, red, little bit of red. You don't need too much red. Okay. And then we're going to get a little more blue, some black, some white. Pretty much painting is all shades. Shades and highlights, really. So it's whatever. But this is the fun part. Okay, so you get your stippling brush. And then we're going to go in here into these like, into these fall colors. And you're just going to kind of mix them together a little bit. But here's the thing. Here's what you need to know. We want to put darker colors in first. And then the brighter colors later. So it doesn't really have to be perfect here. You can have whatever color you want. You want them to be a little bit darker because your highlights are really going to make what makes it stand out. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start putting leaves. So these ones are pretty dark. You can see. We're going to put leaves. There's leaves down here. We're going to put leaves. No water on this. If it's too much, you can dab off on your paper. Okay, so you're just going, this is all trees. And then down here is going to be our like floor. So we want to put trees on our, or we want to put leaves on our floor. Okay, like that. Go with a little more yellow probably. And you just hit it with this. Easy peasy. No problems. And if your trees get, your little white trees get covered up, that's fine. Because you're going to go over them again. You got to shade them in is what we got to do. So you can see as it's drying, it's actually drying a lot lighter than when it's wet. So we're just going to do this one side of the box. And I'm going to show you how to do this because I did trees on this side as well. So then you'll know how to do it. And then the other side is like kind of like abstract sides. If you don't want to do trees, you can just do all that or whatever. So it's fine. It's just fun. I got in the fall mood when Mom was here. I was going to try to get my fall things out of the closet, but you know, it didn't work out pretty good. Okay, so we do that. Then we got to move to the top. I know nothing about painting. I do recall telling us once she couldn't paint. Well, I can't paint according to, I mean, I'm not, my grandma's a painter. You guys have seen her stuff. Hi, Stacia. You guys have seen her stuff. She's a painter. Okay. My leaves are turning green. That's okay. There's some green, some orange in the fall. It's fine. It's doing that because I'm just adding paint to my brush and not really like, you know, doing anything else with it. Okay. So we just make sure we get some on the top. I better have a little red on there, huh? A little red, a little something. There we go. Yeah. This is pretty good. Okay. So let that dry. Now this one's probably still drying. Okay. So while this one's still drying with our leaves, we're going to go on to this box. So this side is finished for the most part. We just have to glue stuff on. But what I want to do is start here. So this is the third side. And while we're waiting for that one to dry, we will start here. So on here, I wanted to put, I got to plug my glue gun in. Plug my glue gun in. Here I wanted to put the word fall, right, over the top of this because I thought it would be cute. Now these are stickers. I want to see how good they are. I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. They're pretty good, but if you wanted to hit them with a little hot glue as well, you could. So I got to be careful to make sure when I put my top on that I'm not getting it in the way of the top, right? So these are just cute little stickers. I did get a little hanging for my door, like a little welcome fall hanging or whatever. So I guess I got that going for me. I do have a whole box of like fall and Halloween items. I gotta get those out of the closet. Okay, spacing. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of these letters too. So you could write other things if you want. I was going to write welcome fall, but I didn't think it was going to fit on the box. It looks cute because it's in felt. Okay, so we got that part done. So now we got to start thinking about, on this part, we got to start thinking about our buttons. So I want to use those micro mini buttons and put here and also on the trees a little bit. See, now my gnomes, hi fall, my gnomes are going to go right here, right? Maybe not that one because he's got a red hat. Well, they all have red hats. This one's green. I guess he's okay. I'm going to try the green one. I think I like that one better. Your gnome preference, it's just a personal preference. My hot glue gun's warming up, so I'm going to get my buttons ready to stick on. So we're going to put a gnome here, and then I think we'll put a gnome over here. This one. Probably right here. Green. Put the green one. Okay, put the green one. So the blue one and the green one. So we got two gnomes. But then also in here we have all these little birdies as well. And so we could do, I tried to make a little branch. I don't know if he'll sit on there. Maybe I'll have to make the branch go up into the top of the box. But anyway, so we got our birdies. And then this little fall one, I think this birdie could go right here. Well, this one is flying. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, we got a little bumblebee. And we have a yellow birdie. Do you guys think we should use the bumblebees on here? They look pretty cute. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I like the bumblebees. Maybe we'll put the bumblebees with the fall. And a sunflower. Maybe a sunflower. Hi, Debbie. They like that with the bumblebees. And then on this side, I thought we would do all birds. Now, this does come with owls as well. Button owls. So we could put owls and we could put all the birds. Where's that red one that flies? I like that one. Maybe he's going to go over here. This little blue one? Oh, I was going to try to put this blue one on the branch. That's kind of cute. I feel like all my birds are going the other. I need a bird that goes the other way. You see how all these birds are facing that way? What if this one faces the other way? That's pretty good. Hi! Okay, so we got these two birds. This sunflower and this bee we're going to put on the fall. This one's going to go with the gnome, the blue gnome. Blue gnome, blue bird. This gnome goes on the other side. And then maybe we got to put two gnomes in the forest. Two gnomes in the forest? Okay. So now we kind of have the placement of our business. We got to get our buttons ready. So to get your buttons ready, easy peasy, all you got to do is come in here with your flush cutter and you just cut off the button shank. Okay. Okay, camera. You can do it. Maybe. As button shanks are just flying everywhere. Get them all ready to be flatbacks. You like how they're just flying all over the place. Okay. So there they are, all flat backs now, ready to roll. Here's our micro mini rounds and fire. We got to get them out and on the table here. And I put those in this little dish because they're very small. Look how small they are. Oh, don't forget about the bee, they said. I might get another bee. Maybe a couple of bees on the fall. That'll be cute. Okay, might be. Maybe I'll have a couple bees. These bees are pretty little. We could probably use a couple of them. Maybe 3. You know, I don't like to work in even numbers. We'll try 3. We'll see what happens. So those are those little bees. You guys, FYI on these little bees, totally cute earrings. Okay, so now that all of our little odds and ends are ready to go, I'll put them in this little dish so I know where they are. Because, you know, I like to be a mess when I do art. I'm sure I'm not the only one. All right. Here we are back at our trees. So, the next step after these trees are dry is we have to go in there and we have to fix this tree so it just doesn't look like a big white thing you did with your paintbrush, okay? But no fear. How we're going to do that is we're going to go into our paint. And I'm still going to use the flat brush. And I'm going to get, they're going to be more, it's going to be more blue and white. Okay? And then we're going to add a little water to it. So it's kind of runny. So it kind of runs in together. And you're going to put a little blue with it. So you really should have like a bluish kind of gray color. And then make it watery. And this is the part where I made that too dark. And I got to start over. There we go. Okay. Even more watery than that. Watery like this. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take some of that really watery paint we just had. And we're just going to turn your brush sideways and kind of paint down the middle. And I know you're like, Randee, it's blue. No fear. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. Now once it's watery, we're going to add a little more gray to it. A light gray with a little more textured paint. Because painting is about layers, okay? So we're painting inside the tree. You want to make sure to do your covers well when you're doing all this so that they're the same. Okay? So now we will wait for this to dry. There's a lot of wait time. See, this is why we're doing three things at once. I should probably do a little in this fallen tree, huh? Just a smidge. Do a little smidgy over here. Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for that to dry up. We'll come back for our bees. This lighting situation is horrendous. Oh, but it's so cute. Okay, I'm going to keep the cover on there while I'm gluing stuff, just so that I know that it's not getting in the way of the cover being shut. And on this side, we said we were going to do the bees and a few of these little micro buttons. So now we have to figure out, do we want our bees? Like, that's cute. Where do we want the bees? Oh, one on the cover. And we said a sunflower, right? Is that what we said? Maybe in the corner? I kind of like them. I kind of like them on the letters because they really kind of make the letters stick out. So that's cute. I don't know if I dig the sunflower. Let's try some of these little tiny buttons. You guys, these tiny, teeny, tiny buttons. These little teeny, tiny buttons are like glitter. Ooh. See how little they are? But these are just supposed to act as like leaves. They're supposed to look just like leaves and give it like a little 3D texture. Super cute. Maybe I'll put one on here. And so they're kind of already like a fall color mix, which is cute. Hello, Jefferson. I'm doing spectacular. That's my significant other, Jefferson, being supportive from work, it looks like. So this is what I think I want to do. Pretty sure. Yeah. I was messing around with my camera. Maybe we could get an owl in here. Maybe we could get an owl on the side. Perhaps. Okay, so we're going to glue these on. Now, with this situation, I'm going to use hot glue. If you wanted to make sure you had a, you can use any kind of glue that you want to use. I'm going to use hot glue. If you don't like hot glue or you don't have hot glue, you could always use like an epoxy glue, like E6000. There's a lot of good like cardstock glues out there. There's even E6000 like for cardstock. But a lot of times what I do is if I'm in a situation and I want to make sure that everything sticks now and later, what I'll do is I will do hot glue and E6000 on the same thing. I'm not going to do it on here just because I got my hot glue gun out here, but we're going to just start gluing them on, y'all. So, I'm going to have to take them off and put the glue on. And try ever so slightly not to burn myself with these little tiny micro buttons. Tell you what. I should probably have like a little tweezer because they're kind of small. How come when I hold this box it looks better on the camera? Anybody? Anybody know the answer to that? Good luck, Rosanna says. I got a plan. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. For these little tiny micro buttons, since I don't have tweezer, I'm just going to go on the box and try not to get a whole lot of glue. I know, that's the thing with the hot glue, right? And I'm just going to drop it on there. And I'm going to go with my little brush. Yeah. It's a little bit something else, man. Have you ever tried to hot glue live online? Yeah, me either. Randee is notorious for burning and cutting herself. Yeah, that's why. That's true. Very true. True statement. 100%. Ooh, I got too much on there. I got too much with that little micro button. I'm going to get my bees on there. I also don't want a lot of like I also don't want like a lot of stringy stuff sticking to my felt. But I will say that the felt is pretty good. I figured boo-boos come with crafting territory. So I keep telling Jeff, I'm like, it's fine, fine. But yeah, I am notorious for burning and cutting myself. Ooh, it's too much. You guys, I got hot glue in my hair. Raise your hand if you've ever got hot glue in your hair. It's just like the stringy stuff. All right. Put my owl on there. My owl's got quite a lot of real estate here to work with. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Owls, bees, and gnomes. Oh my. Yeah, the gnomes are so cute. She keeps a first aid kit in her studio. Yeah, highly suggest everybody have a first aid kit in their studio. Okay, all my bees are on. This is on. This is on. This is on. This one needs to be on. Yeah, I think they have these like little, don't they have those like little precision, like E6000 precisions? Like that would probably be good for this. Ooh, too much, too much, too much, too much. You're doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I try. Oh, that little button looks so cute on there. Oh, there we're gonna some little cover here. With the little metal tip? Yeah, with the little metal tips. This one on there? No. Oh, I lost him. This one is white. Right? Am I losing it? He's gotta go probably down here. We should have like a really, like a red one for up here in this little thing. So these are the micro minis. The micro mini mix of buttons. But they are so dang cute. I think they would be really cute for like card making and stuff. So let me tell you what, they also sent tiny. Okay, these are micro mini. And these are tiny. The tiny ones are significantly bigger than the micro mini. The micro minis are so small. But I just thought they were so cute. I just like these because they were a little brighter, like a little more fall colors. Those other ones are called Country something. Tiny Country, that's what they're called. Okay, this one needs to go on. One more to go on there. I missed. Did you see me miss? It's okay. No fear. Got a little stringy on there. Oh, that one was not glued on. Dang it. Let's go right here with him. I try to put it on there and then pull it away really fast. Now he's upside down. Hey, hey, hey. Quit trying to be upside down, you. We got stuff to do. All right. Little excess glue there. Okay. Well, we got that on there. They're all on there, right? Did one just fall off? Am I losing my mind? I could have swore I put a red one on there. Okay, so that's that side. We'll let them dry up. Everything's drying. You see how this whole situation is going? Back to our trees. So now we have our gray trees in the middle. And that's all right. We're going to go over them now with white. Like I said, this whole painting situation is all about layers. So we are going to get our like little square paintbrush, and we're going to go into white. And we're not going to use any water this time. Just white. And then we're going to take just a smidge of the gray and kind of mix it together. So it's not like stark white, you know, it's like a little bit gray, but not very much. Okay, then we're going to turn it sideways and we're going to go over the tree again. Kind of blotchy. This is what makes the trees look 3D. Okay? And then we got to do the top as well. Give that a little hot second to dry up. And while it's drying, I'm going to get my brush wet. I'm going to go into just a little bit of white with the water. Really like super whitewash. And I'm going to just go over it so it kind of blends together. Okay. Also, trees are not perfectly straight like this, so we want to come in here and we want to do a little smooshing of it up. All right, so then while that's going on, we're going to go back to our stippling brush. Ew, I put the stippling brush in water. Hold on, I gotta get it. Can't have my stippling brush in water. It's gotta be kind of dry for this. And I need a little tiny brush. Little tiny brush. So like I said, I got all these brushes in a package at the Dollar Tree. Not an expensive situation. We're going to go into black. Their little brush. With a little bit of water. And so again, this is going to be the same situations. Don't freak out. We're just going to do like little dashes on the trees. These are birch trees. Okay. So you don't want them to be like super symmetrical or anything. Just a little bit of the, on the bottom of the birch trees, they're a little more dark because they got this like bark situation. You can kind of do like just a dabbing motion. Okay, but you don't really have to worry about how crazy this is because we're going to go over it 2 more times in order to get the shadows and stuff that you see on birch trees. So it's going to let it dry up. So there's the first round. Not spectacular, but also not done. We do the top. So they're kind of like little dashes, or you could even do like a little dash with kind of like almost like a little triangle type. Or like a dash with a smudge. A dash with a smudge if that's what you prefer. Because that's a birch tree situation as well. Dash with a smudge. Easy peasy. And then, like I said, down here on the bottom, now that we got some better lighting, we're just kind of make them a little bit darker on the bottom. And then we wait for that to dry. We go back to this box. So this is what we're doing. I will not make you sit through this part. It's the same situation. Now we've done fall. And then we have this side. So on this side, I wanted to do birds. So get my birds. Now this bluebird, I want to put him with the trees, so I'm going to leave him out. And I think I kind of like this yellow one better. So these ones all came in the Nature Walk assortment. All these, everything we're using here. All these birdies and things. I thought this one was cute because it was flying. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I'm looking over here. There's an owl. We already have an owl. Oh, there's a ladybug. Ooh. Come here, ladybug. What are you doing? Now, the ladybug would even be cute for on top of the box. But super cute nonetheless. Okay, let's get these guys glued on here. So this is supposed to look like a branch that they're sitting on. Like a very decorative branch, right? So we're just gonna get them glued on there. Woo. Hold on, my birdie came apart. So this is a situation that can happen if you cut the shank off the back of an acrylic button. There's 2 layers to the button, so you just gotta glue it back on to the backing, because the shank is kind of what keeps them together. So you just gotta give them a little glue, because as you can see, there's 2 parts for his details. So if that happens, just glue your front part to your back part, carry on with your life. It's gonna be fine. And then we put glue on the back. And we put him on, perched on this little branch. And just holding him for a minute. The larger tube has a precision tip. So there's 1 bird down. And 1 to go. Now he's flying, so he can be anywhere, I think. Just kind of hold on to him a little bit. I kind of want to put one of these, like, what do you guys think about that? Another flower? A flower would be cute there. Oh, there's green flowers. Like in this little loop-de-loop. I think that's cute. I'm gonna cut off this back. Again, you just do it with the flush cutter. I don't know how Dress It Up Buttons feels about me cutting up all her buttons. But I think that you can do a lot of things with them. Okay, so there's our birds. We could put some micro mini buttons on here too if we wanted, like in this, just on the bottom. Doing pretty good. Okay, back to the tree situation. Here we are with the tree situation. So now, we got to go in and we got to fix these little things on our trees. So, we're just going to get our little tiny brush that we did the little black things with. And we're going to get some like really watered down black. I mean watered down, okay? So, that's too much. Got to have a little more. Better. Now what we're going to do, not have any chunkiness on our brush. So we're going to go in here and we're just going to go over the little marks you've already made. You see how it looks like a shadow? And you can even, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can, like, maybe go even just a little lighter here. And we're just giving these little marks some depth. So it's like, oh, that's a tree, I guess. Like that. And we will go over them yet again with just regular dark black paint. With just the black paint. Just a smidge. Just a smidge of the black paint. Now when you go with the smidge, this is what you gotta do. You just go to each line and you just make sure to do a line. Inside, next to, on top of what you got going on your little shadows. But remember that trees are not perfect. So it's almost like a dash. We gotta get a little down here. Okay, and we'll do just a couple dashes on our little brown trees because see, those are brown because they're in the background, but they're still birch trees. From far away, that'll make sense. Okay, so there's your little details on the trees. We still have to do the shadow on there. And then we gotta do the top. So see, from far away, they look really 3D. Up close, they can look kind of a mess, but that's fine. I also might have did a bunch of different, did more on these. You don't want your trees to look like Dalmatians. Anyways, so now back to the fun stippling part of this project. We're going to go back to our stippling brush, wherever I put it. Oh, it's laying right in front of me. And, okay, so how we get this light effect right here from this, okay, is that these are really bright yellow. So remember how I said we did dark ones in the front? The ones we're going to do now are the bright yellow ones. And you want it to look like the sun is coming from this side and showing on here. So it's making shadows on the trees. And so that means that everything the sun is shining on, kind of like this, is going to be brighter than what it's not shining on. So we're going to get into our yellow. And I'm just going to get the bright yellow and I'm going to put a little white with it on the stippling brush. And it doesn't have to be mixed up. It can be like this where it's like halfsies. And then we're going to go in again with our brush and do yellow. Now most of the light is hitting right here in the middle of the painting. So we want to make sure we have more here, bright yellow, than anywhere else. More bright yellow in the middle. Okay, so I'll get some of that for the top. I'm doing the top as I'm doing this because then once I put other colors on my brush, it's going to change what I have on my brush, and I want them to be the same. Okay. So because now I'm going to go in and I'm going to get just some like golden yellow, not as much white on it. And I'm going to go here. And this is where you're going to put leaves up here on all this end of your trees. So let's, like, if you're not going to make an end of the trees, don't even worry about it because you don't have to be. Okay. Got a little mess up? Put a leaf on it. You're going to be fine. There we go. But mostly in the middle here. Right? So then what we do is we got to wait for that to dry up because those are like, it's like kind of, you can see there's like a lot of paint there. So I got to move on from that. Make more golden yellow here, up here. And you're just layering it around. So, but what you can do is while you're waiting for that to dry, is we can go on, not to this side, but to this side. And you can just get some of your fall colors, your yellow, red, yellow, whatever, and you're just going to do leaves here on the bottom. Just sprinkle around, and then just go in with either a lighter color, probably a lighter color, so like a little yellow mixed with white to make it a little lighter. You don't have to mix it up to make it look like it's 3D, like so. Okay, and then also on the bottom here. So this is the side that has birds. This is the side that says fall. So now we got to go in a little more with our orange, maybe a little red. So this you can kind of build up as it's wet. You don't really have to worry about it too much. And you can do whatever you want right here. Don't put your box down though, because there's stuff drying on the other side. Much or as little as you want, whatever colors you want. Super fun, do what you want. Just make sure that once you're done putting all your little stuffy stuff down, you get your yellow and you get your white, and then you do the little highlighty parts on the top. Lighter on the top, darker on the bottom. Oh, look, I got in the black. Don't do that. It's okay, I'll just put yellow on it. I had no idea you painted. It's like watching Bob Ross. Oh, Bob Ross has got it going on, let me tell you what. Okay, so now we gotta let that dry. Gotta let it dry. I think it's just fun. While we're letting it dry, what we can do is we can work on the top of our box. Okay, so this is going to be the top of our box that we are currently doing right now. So on this one, you can see that I did these little swoop-de-swoosh. So I did this with a rubber stamp. It's a rubber stamp. It's where to go. It's clear and I can't see it. Here it is. It's just one like this. I did not put it on a block when I used it. It's just a rubber stamp. You could use any kind you wanted. I just used this one because I thought it was cute. Okay, and that's also how I got the stamp on there. So on the top of this box, after we have it all painted up, how to do the front or how to do the top is you get your Dollar Tree dowel, you figure out the middle, and I used a sunflower. You could use whatever you want from this little box, but I used a sunflower for mine. And I used a piece of little fairy silk. So all I did was I just took this fairy silk and I put it through here. Through the button. Okay. You don't need very much because you're just going to tie a knot in this at the bottom of the box. And I said, okay, where's the middle? Where do I want the middle to be? I'm thinking right here is good. Does that look like the middle? Yeah. And so I'm going to make a buttonhole. So the only thing about this is don't put your buttonholes too close together. Okay. So I'm going to poke a hole through my cardboard and I'm going to slide this to widen the hole because this dowel gets bigger as it goes up. And then on this side, I'm going to go pretty far over because I'm making a buttonhole, but I don't want these when I make this one wider to touch each other and then be weak. So I'm going to go quite a ways over. Do the same. Could probably go a little further. So they're kind of the same size. Not that it matters, it's going to be covered up. Then you take your little piece of fairy silk, and you just thread it through there on each side. And then I left a little room on top. You don't have to. You could just leave it like this if you wanted. I left a little room on top so that I could tie in some more little fairy silk on top just to give a little something. But you do what you want. You just tie this like you're tying a knot in your shoe. I left mine a little loose so I could tie extra stuff to the top. And this stuff is pretty strong, so it'll pretty much tie to itself. And then see, this was a little excessive. Just trim that off. And now I have this, and I'm going to take another little piece of this fairy silk. The fairies and the gnomes, I thought that was cute. And you could tie one, you could tie two, you could tie whatever. Before I tie it on there though, I'm going to do my stamp. Okay, so here's my stamp. This is the one I've decided to use, and I'm just going to paint it with acrylic paint. So I'm going to get my stippling brush, which is always in water. I don't know why. Dry that off a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to, and I think I'll do like some yellow-orange situation because it's on top of the box. And it's contrasting to the blue. Ooh, why do I keep getting in the black? Not good. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but that was not the goal. There, we'll just have a little something weird over here, I guess. So you don't want too much paint onto your stamp so that when you stamp it, it's goopy. So make sure that you clean it off, you know, a little bit. If you want to check it, you could just stamp it over here, you know, for any excess. Oh, I'm just a big old mess. Look at me. So if you're worried about your stamps, this paint comes off really easy. But I do have stamps that I use. This is probably going to be one of them, but I have stamps that I use specifically for painting, and I want it to kind of look like it's coming out of the button. You just push it down by not using a block, because if you use a block, I mean, you can, it's fine, but that gives you the ability to press harder on certain areas of the stamp. I'm gonna put a little more yellow in here. I'm gonna have to probably get a new, start using a new whatamajig because all my colors are getting run together over here. Because I'm messy. I'm a messy painter. I don't know about you. Anyway, so just fill this up again. And this time I think I will go the opposite direction. And I'm going to put it this way. So when you're pushing it and you don't have the block on there, you can push a little harder on certain areas. And especially because this is a cardboard box, the top might be a little bit bowed. And you do have to refill the stamp every time you go. Well, you don't have to, but you probably might wanna. Every time you go to make a new stamp, you should probably refill it a little bit. And it also allows you to put different colors on different highlighted areas. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'll go right here. And so I just did 4 little stamps coming out of the button. I should have, as I say, I should have enough to go on this side, but better make sure. Yeah, it's just a junky mess, you see. That's okay. I just washed mine in the sink when I was done with Dawn dish soap. And it came right off. It was clean. And there's the top. So I did do some on the side of my box, but I'll do that after it dries. So I got to put this to the side to dry now. So then we can tie that ribbon on. Where are we at here? Oh, we got to come back to this area. Okay, shadows on the trees. Shadows on the trees are really easy. So we put all this bright yellow paint right down here, right? But we said the sun is coming in from this way, and that's how we are getting this effect right here. See how it's got this darkness? So that's what we need to do. Of course, they're not exactly the same, but it's not going to be because it's me and it's a painting. But what we will do then is we're going to just get a little bit of water, and we're going to go into the gray paint that we made, like a gray, darker gray. Add a little black if you have to. And the sun is coming this direction, which means the shadows would be here, coming out from the tree. I'm going to add a little bit more gray. It's a little darker. And just putting this here, maybe there's one here too, a little bit. You know how shadows get skinnier as they kind of come up, so you want to do that. That one would probably be going the other way, but that's fine, we can fix it. So we gotta let that dry up a little bit, but before we do that, to get it to meld in, we're just gonna rinse our brush, and then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna kind of just use water and just kind of make the edges not so crazy. Okay, then we need to put a little black in the middle and let it dry. The darkest part is going to be towards the tree, because when you look at a shadow, the darkest part is towards the tree, right? Because the item is right there. So we'll just do like that. Get a little water. Go like that. And then I'm just kind of dabbing it with my finger and dragging it down. And it may look like a hot mess right now, but don't worry. We got more leaves to make. Let's get our gnomes on here, shall we? Gnomes, gnomes, gnomes. Okay. Gnomes in the forest. Is that the one we said we were going to do? Yeah. I think it was. The green one. So I'll get my hot glue, putting it on my gnome. My gnome is pretty big. I'm gonna make sure it's all covered. And then I want him to look like he's kind of just standing out here above the tree, in the trees. Hold him down. So see, Once he gets on there, it just looks like there's trees behind. And he's kind of hanging out here in the little foreground. And then we have this little blue gnome. Now, I don't know, do we want to do another gnome on here? Is that too many gnomes? How many gnomes do we need? Do we need gnomes right in the middle of in here? So they look like they're partying in the forest? Partying gnomes. I think. I kind of like him right there by the tree. I kind of do. But I don't want him to look like he's like right up with this guy. His gnomies. Yeah, he's got to be out here with his gnomies. I think I want to put him there in front of the tree, like in the trees, like that. Okay, so let's put a little glue on him. Ooh. That's weird, glue stick. Don't be being crazy. Have you guys ever blown up a glue gun? Because I have. Looks like he's just hanging out here with his gnomies, with his friends. Oh yeah, he's so cute. I should have painted a mushroom. I could paint a mushroom right there. I might have to make a little hill for this guy to stand on. Okay. This side, I wanted to have this little bird, and I wanted him to pretend like he was standing on this branch. That's cool. I don't know, his tail's sticking up a little bit. I don't know if I can, maybe I gotta tilt him a little bit more. I'm gonna have to tilt him. You think it's gonna look funny? Maybe he's just perching. I'm doing it. Uh-oh. I'm on a glue stick. Hold on. Gotta reload. I'll just make sure to glue his tail so it doesn't do anything weird. So I don't want his tail to be sticking up over the top of the box. I think I got it on there okay. So he looks like he's standing on that branch. That branch might need a little help. I might have to get my little paintbrush out. Let's see. I'm making no promises here. Okay. So sometimes these birch trees have like a black branches that are kind of dead, right? And they just kind of stick out like this. I don't feel like this brush is small enough. I gotta get a smaller one. I'll add a little water. I don't want it to be too crazy. Woo! Meh. It's not the best. But it's a branch for him to sit on nonetheless. Maybe if I did more branches on like this little tree with a littler brush, this little brush is still, it's not very little. I gotta just like do a little bit. Like this. Yeah. Anyway, so we got our birdie on there. Woo! I'll have to do some highlights. You're not watching the replay. We're still going. So here's our fall. And there's our birds. Okay, so let our gnomes dry up. Back to this. Fix up these leaves in the front. Okay, so leaves in the front. We need more orange and yellow. So to fix this up with the orange and the yellow, right here with our shadows. So I'm just going to go around the edge of the shadow just a little bit, very carefully with this big old brush. Like that. So it still looks like there's shadows from the tree, but this is not focusing, but the leaves are coming in on it. Okay, so that's how we do that. And then we have to do the light situation. And how we do the light situation is with a big brush. It has to be dry, okay? So you're gonna do just white. Add a little water to the white so it's kind of whitewashed. Not too much. Just a little bit. Just enough where it can still kind of be streaky. And so this is the light situation. Once you got everything where you want it, and like honestly, I would probably go in with a little more, maybe a little more, a different little brush, and kind of just give this a little, need one that kind of is gonna do the leaves. And kind of just do little details like this, so make sure it looks like leaves. And for the most part, you're gonna have your gnomes on there. So you're not going to see that, really. But it's still going to look like a shadow when you put your gnomes on there. And you can fix up any little stuff that you need to fix up. And you would do that with white. Because white is your highlight. Right? So you're going to do that with white. That's too much. If you mess up, you just go in with another little color over the top. There we go. Okay, and then once you got everything where you want it and you got your little whitewash ready to go for your light situation, you just dab it on something like this, and then so it's very dry. And then you say the sun is coming this way, and that's why we have these, that's why we have this shadows right here. And so this is kind of a whitewash. It'll look like sun streaks coming in. If you got too much, like I did, again, you just go in with your little leaves and you just straighten that situation out. No problem. Okay? But this way it looks like sun coming into the forest. So then when you go to put your gnome on there, looks like he's standing in the middle of the forest. You know? Whoa. Might have to fix that up a little bit. But anyways, that's the trees. That's how you do the trees. You just got to make sure you're doing the top at the same time. You would then do these trees on this side, which is the same procedure, which you don't have to do this. If you just wanted to do like the, abstract kind, you could. But this makes a cute little foreground for your little gnome to stand in. We got to put him on there. He's got to go on there. Where do we want him? Do we want him right here? No, too close to the bird. He's got to be right here. Put him right here. Oh, it's so cute. And then I am going to add some little buttons down, probably on the top. Get your gnome on there. There's your fall. And we've seen me do that. How we did that was that we had this, because remember we did this and this was drying. And then all you do is you take your stamp. You find a paintbrush that works. Why is there black on everything? All my paint brushes have black on them, and it's screwing up my business. Okay, load up your little stamp, and then you put your little stamp on here. See, that didn't have enough on the stem, but that's okay because that's where you're going to put your little letters. So you could just put your F right there, and that's not even going to matter. So that's the foreground for your, once that dries up, that's where you put your fall, and you put your little, all your little doodads, right? And then this side, we got to do one more little stamp on this side. I had some red. Maybe I'll do that. Where'd you go, stamp? Here you go. I'll mix it with the orange. That looked kind of cute. La, da, da, da. Okay, and then this one is for the birdies. So this is the one we use for the birds. So this one I kind of wanted to have the whole stem and everything on there. Oh, I moved it, you guys. No promises, I just moved it. Maybe it'll be a double. We shall see. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. So then that is how you make your birdies and get your birdies on there. You have to do, I did do one on the top. You wouldn't have to do that on the cover. And then you're back to your gnomes. Right? So on this top, I can do couple of little stamps. So this side needs trees and this side needs a stamp. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, takes a little bit of time. Oh, I should put more stuff on there. It takes a little bit of time, but it's like, what else? It's super cute. And I think I would do it as like a gift box or something for a friend or for somebody. You know, like if I was going to do a little like fall gift box or something, that would be cute. I would probably give this one to my sister because she likes gnomes. She has gnomes all in her yard and stuff. So I think she would like that. But the little embellishments make it super cute. And then on the top, you'll just have another piece of little fairy silk. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but just tie it and then put it over the little sunflower after it's dried, so it's like a little ribbon. These would be great at each place for Thanksgiving. That would be cute if you yeah, if you wanted to do them for Thanksgiving and then have like little candies in them or something. I think the little gnomes on there are so cute. And that's what the top looks like. Even the little birdies, like even if you didn't want to go through the whole, like this whole tree situation, which you don't have to. If you just wanted to do this, like little leaves and then make a stamp and put little birds on, or get your little felt letters out, put those bees on there, that's cute. Cupcakes or candies. Oh, dessert, a dessert box. That's cute. And so that's what we're looking at. Let me flip you guys over. Maybe if I can. Oh boy. Danger. Danger. Painty fingers on the phone. But yeah. So that's what she looks like, y'all. I know it's quite a process, but there's the sides. There's the little birdies. There's the little gnomes. Just cute with his friends. There's this other gnome with his little bird friend. And then the top is kind of cute. And then I wouldn't pull on the top as like a button, but you know, it just comes off. So then you just have a little box. Like I said, most of these other items that I have used, including the box and all the little paint brushes and everything, all that came from the Dollar Tree. And then get yourself some dress it up buttons and you are just good to go. You could just be chilling with your gnomies. That's what I've been doing today, y'all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you like this project. It was a little bit intense, but you know, things and stuff. Here's the one that we were working on, which I will finish later. And yeah, so maybe I'll give this one to my sister. But I hope you guys are having a super wonderful, spectacular beading day. Beading and crafting. And I will talk to you guys tonight if you want to see me on Thunderhorse Descendant for bingo. Sending all the good beady vibes for you. Bye, guys.